Hey, friendos. We are going to take Spectrum Basic up against Ebony Maw. This is practice for 1202. This is just a deck that has some Ready to Rumble, allies, Power and All of Us. Pretty kind of standard basic shell with a little bit of extra stuff because um, Monica can switch forms or Spectrum can switch forms. So that's the big plan. We start with Secure the Landing Pad, Armies of Titan, and Galactic Artifacts. And we got the pacification out as our first one. And our initial hand is definitely looking good. We got some double resources and some other stuff. I think with everything I have here, I probably wouldn't try to play Machine Man. The deck is slow enough, or the scenario is slow enough. I'm not inclined to try to dig for her big events or anything right now. Maybe just get some more good stuff out on the board. So I'll get rid of Machine Man. Ready to Rumble is potentially quite useful for an extra activation. So we'll do that. And then that will be our start of game. Nick Fury I want to bring out before we do anything because we draw into things that suggest different sequencing for our forms. We want to kind of be aware of that. So let's start with Nick Fury. 1, 2, 3. And those two doubles, and that gives us 1, 2, 3. Okay, still not a lot of insight into what we would want to do. We have 6 things left. We can do Helicarrier, Ironheart, and then just still have something left over. I might do that and then still see if I draw into whatever the zero cost event is that changes forms for her. So we do 1, 2, 3. Tap this, it's not a hero action, to bring out Ironheart with 1 and 2, and then we draw, okay, we just got a crew quarters, which we'll probably ditch. We will flip, and based on what's here, it would be good to go into the threat form, so that we can just clean up all this nonsense and start pushing stuff. With all these allies that I have out, I'm inclined to not actually activate Cosmo. So we're going to flip to the thwarting form when we flip. That's going to do 1 threat removal here. We can then activate and 1, 2, 3 with her +2, so she's 3 altogether. We got Cosmo. Again, I'm going to not use him this turn, but I will use these two to do 1, 2, 3 damage. Keep in mind, we're going to have this thing that exhausts each upgrade. We don't have a lot of upgrades that require exhausting. Do we have any? Maybe not. And then I'm going to just ditch the crew quarters. All right, speed of light, that's the one I was trying to think of. So here, this next turn, we've got 6. We can Gamma Blast and Ready to Rumble, but speed of light in the middle of all of that. We'll still have allies for blocking. Not bad. Okay, so get 1 threat. He goes to attack, but the first thing that happens is that ticks down. Nick Fury will jump in the way, and we got one of the 3 counts, which is really useful to get out of the way because it is very reasonable for going from 0 to your main scheme. Advancing if you draw an advance, because there are some 3s in this deck. 3 boost cards. Okay, so that was the boost card. Counter card. All right, we got one of these. So here, we're going to be able to heal 4 damage, which doesn't do anything. So that's a crappy one of these to get. However, based on what I see, as I already mentioned, I can probably Speed of Light, Ready to Rumble, and Gamma Blast, get all that stuff done. So let's start this next turn. So turn 2. So I do think that's what I want to do. I have an extra damage from Cosmo, or Thwart, or whatever. So if I switch to attack form, how can I get 2 attacks out of this? If I switch to attack form and then attack, I'm now tapped by speed of light. That was a speed of light. But that's not what we want to do. We want a Gamma Blast to get there. You know, as much as I'd like to draw a card, it's probably going to be useless because we have good stuff already out. So I think we throw down Ready to Rumble and then just change forms after we thwart. So we throw down Ready to Rumble with the Helicarrier. We thwart 1, 2, 3. We then play Gamma Blast. This is going to let us change to this form. So it's the attack form. We then do 7 damage. And we can ditch Ready to Rumble to ready ourselves. We can advance him. That's going to get us a spell. Okay, there goes one of the advances. That's really helpful. Okay, so we're going to get stunned and confused on the same turn. And then finally we can use Cosmo to clean up the magical teapot and heal 4 damage that we have not taken. It goes to the victory pile. And that is the end of the turn. That is the end of turn 2. And we unfortunately have set ourselves up where we can get hurt by an advance, but we'll just hope for the best. I'm going to attack. Ironheart will block. These 2 things count down. And we're okay. And then we get our encounter card. And we got a crystal ball. Okay. Great. So we can photon speed that crystal ball away. And then we actually have enough to Mockingbird, which will save us, hopefully, from having to deal with some of that other stuff. That's pretty sweet. And which one does this one do? Gets us another card. Oh, so we actually get Mockingbird out of the hand. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay, so does that mean we try to... So this is going to give us this. We can get another Gamma Blast, actually. We're 1 short of doing all of the fun. Maybe we save Gamma Blast for the final turn. If we save Gamma Blast, can we get everything else down? No. Okay, so when we clear this scheme using photon speed, that'll let us bring out Mockingbird. However, we still have to pay for photon speed with something, and that, and then we don't have something useful to play. So we can't totally save it. I mean, I guess we can energy duplication. So if we photon speed and pay with gamma blast, sadly, we can get energy duplication down from clearing that, and then we can play Mockingbird. It's not the best, but I think I still like it the best. Okay, so we're going to save our extra thwart. Oh no, Cosmo can deal with this. So we can save our extra. We can attack. 1, 2, 3. We can use Helicarrier and Gamma Blast to play Photon Speed. We flip forms, which takes 1 threat off here. We then do our 4 threat removal there. This goes to the victory pile. That lets us play something up to 3 out of our hand for no cost. We'll then tap that, which gives us an energy, or science, 2, and then we Mockingbird, 1, 2, 3, and that stuns and hopefully protects us for a round. Cosmo thwarts, Mockingbird does 1 damage. No, sorry, Cosmo thwarts twice. That was turn 3. Villain, turn 3. Ebony Maw goes to attack, but he doesn't because he's stunned, so these do not tick down because he did not activate. Does give an encounter card, and we got Fireball, Surge, and this thing that gives him extra attack, which is a bit of a who cares. All right. Can we do all the stuff we need to do? 14 damage seems like it's going to be pretty hard to come up with, but let's start with Speed of Light. Speed of Light is going to flip us 1 there. That gets us a card. We can attack with Spectrum. Mockingbird. 10 more damage. So we got 3 on the board. We have to come up with 7 more. We got 7, but do we have enough resources to pay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are 1 short. Ooh, and we're just going to get nuked next turn. Of course, do we care if we can't stun? If we can't... maybe we don't care. It's probably better to get Snow Guard down. We Quinn Carrier and Snow Guard. Quinn Carrier and Snow Guard. We're going to have more than enough health. So we will 1, 2, 3 for Queen Carrier, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. 2, 3, 4 for Snow Guard. She has 1, 2, 3 health, and we're going to give her the attack bonus. She'll do 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. Mockingbird will do 1 thwart, and we are going to get nuked. We're going to lose a card, and we're going to exhaust an upgrade, which is fine. All right, villain, turn 4, get 1 threat, goes to attack. All these things count down. So if this one goes first, exhaust each upgrade you control, and you are stunned. Discard a card at random from your hand, and you are confused. This counts down, and we will put Mockingbird out there to block. Oof. Okay, got the other big 3. And then finally, encounter card. Move 1. Oh, that is really fortunate. Okay, so final turn. Right, we can just attack to clear the stun and then use Gamma Blast. Don't know that we have... We got a bunch of other resources we can use to bring up Blade. That's fine. Just for the extra health. So we clear the stun. Use Cosmo to get rid of that. Bring out Blade. And then 1, 2, 3. We Gamma Blast. And that's win in 5 with 17 health. Seems perfectly fine. Nothing too major I think I would change about this. You know, upon first reflections.